What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. Okay, I want to go ahead and show you guys a quick walkthrough of the user interface on the Nothing Phone 1. Obviously, that standout feature that you just saw is this Glyph interface that they like to call it, with those 900 LEDs. But let's actually discuss Android 12 on this baby as well. So it's going to look very familiar with you if you are used to the Android OS in general and stock Android, like on a Pixel or something of that nature. You have your traditional lock screen. You do have obviously that AOD that just kicked in with that nothing look with the pixelated dots, I guess you can call it. You can see you have a widget on the top that does stand true with the date and weather if you choose, as well as that time. Your fingerprint sensor, which is a little low on here, like I've talked about in that unboxing video, and your battery percentage as well. And then once you launch it, actually, you have your traditional landing page on your home screen. So having said that, a couple of the tweaks that actually Nothing implemented here are pretty useful. One is really tailored that I'm excited about to Tesla owners, and you can see I have it synced right here. There is actually a toggle on your quick toggles for your vehicle if you have a Tesla. So in this case, it's still in development. It is not fully baked out, but you can see once you add it in, if you enable it, you can actually long press it and see you have connect to Tesla options. You have it where you can set up in the quick pane, like I said. You can have it even where you can have an auto hotspot turned on when you're near your Tesla. You can have the optimized performance set up, and you have your account to sign in and out. Now, what do you get from actually syncing this? What you get is actually when you click on the shortcut and you go to your drop down, you have your traditional quick toggles: lock, AC, front truck, and horn. I'm assuming this is meant to show the temperature of the vehicle, but currently it's static. It doesn't do anything else. But still, pretty cool to see that type of integration. You do have, obviously, these larger quick pane toggles as well, where you can compile multiple widgets in one. So we have hotspot, Wi-Fi, and mobile data right here in one sort of bigger circle. And then obviously you have all your traditional other toggles as well. Setting menu, again, pretty simple and common for what a regular stock launcher looks like, only with the new font here. You do have your Glyph interface, and you can see where you can control your Glyph lights right here if you want to keep them on or off. And in one of the recent updates, you can see with this toggle, you can actually now slide and see live time if you want those bright lights dimmer or more vibrant. That's pretty nice and useful. You have your ringtone, and again, if you're not aware, you can actually sync this to your own sound now. So like I have Broadway Girls as a ringtone. If you play it, it will beat to that song. For copyright reasons, I'm not going to show it, unfortunately, but take my word, it does work the same way as any of the stock ringtones. So if you actually launch the stock ringtone setting, you can see all of those that come built in that we showed on that walkthrough video. So nothing surprising here. I'm not going to waste too much time talking about that. The only other aspect here that I do like is you can customize notification sounds as well and have that go to different notifications if you choose to do that. So it doesn't have to be the exact same pattern as what you have as your ringtone. Again, you can use your own sound here as well. That charging meter in the latest update is finally here, so when you plug in your device to charge, it does actually give you a battery meter percentage right here with that LED bar. And you have your Google Assistant feedback. Flip it to turn this on or off, and if you want to have it turn on and off for your bedtime schedule, that's all here. Aside from that, all of these other settings are pretty common. I can jump through them all for you if you'd like, but I don't think it's really needed because there's no specific tweaks that Nothing implemented here. They kept it pretty close to stock. The other update that I was talking about is the experimental features, and right now all that's here is that Connect to Tesla, so you do have to activate it here in order to have the option in your quick toggles. You do have a little bit of a different look in your About phone here, where you can see your storage, RAM, battery, and all of the serial numbers and all of that good stuff. And then obviously when you go into your system, you have your traditional layout here as well. So not too much as far as the settings that are tweaked. If you actually launch the camera app though, you can see pretty clean, plain user interface here as well. One call out I do want to mention is if you actually toggle this, your flashlight icon, you can turn the flashlight on or off keep it persistently on, or use that Glyph fill light that you've seen videos on and leave this as exactly that, a fill light. So if you're in the dark, you don't want to use a flash, you can have this active to give you a much better lighting effect on your subject. Pretty neat. They actually just made it so this is available in portrait mode as well. That was in that latest update as well, so that should help. Aside from that, I do want to show you guys that you are limited in the photo options here to 12 megapixels or a 50 megapixel shot. And for those of you going to be doing 4K video recording here, keep in mind 4K is not compatible with HDR. If you turn HDR on, it automatically switches it to 1080. So again, not a deal breaker, but it's unfortunate you can't have 4K HDR on at the same time. We'll turn that back off and go back to 4K. You have your slow motion, your traditional video, photo, portrait, and then in more is where they tucked away that macro mode they discussed. You have your expert photo mode, panorama, and time-lapse, and that is really the extent of this. I know it's going to be hard to see through a video, but you can see one of our camera samples here that we took. We're going to be doing an entire video on the camera on this device, but it came out really good. I'm actually pretty impressed in good sunlight. The other change that we found is on the audio recorder, and you can see it looks more retro than what the stock recorder looks like. So you can have this set to voice focus, normal, or environmental when you record this, so it'll focus on your voice in that regard. But aside from that, as you can see, you have your persistent Google search bar at the bottom. You can long press and change your home settings, your widgets, and to customize the home for those colors and all that if you choose to. One thing I will call out that they did implement here as well, if you want a larger app icon for some reason over the other ones to call it out, if you long press it, you have this option to enlarge it here, and it literally blows up the app icon tenfold. Pretty neat. You can long press it again and minimize it if you choose, but that is another change in there as well. The launcher, exactly what you would expect. You have recommended apps or recently used apps, and then your entire list of other apps there too. And you can obviously swipe for the rest if you choose to have them right there. You do have Google Home or Google Now on the side, whatever you want to call it, the home feed. And that's it. There's not too many widgets right now that they have. They have exactly 4. If you actually go to it and look at the nothing launcher, you have an analog clock, a digital clock, a weather icon, and the pixelated one or the dot matrix one that we have right here. So all in all, quick walkthrough. Those are the main changes that we have noticed that nothing is implemented. Again, nothing crazy yet, really basic, but so far in our limited hands-on time, it has been very smooth and fluid. I'm pretty much a fan so far. One other exciting aspect that I wanted to leave to the end here to let you guys know, if you're in the US and thinking about importing one, I actually just pulled in after I updated this, T-Mobile 5G. I'm in a 5G area. I pull it in all the time on my S22 Ultra and my iPhone, but I was surprised to see a 5G icon pick up on this, so that's exciting to know also. Let me know in the comments what questions you have. Are you excited? Are you going to be picking one up? What do you want to know about this? Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.